We're very serious about our climate goals. We're very serious about our gender parity goals and all of the things that make Newmont a better place to work. And it also makes us a better steward of the communities where we operate. Historically, and probably over the last several decades, you've seen scenarios where shareholders of companies expect a lot in terms of financial performance. What we're seeing now is definitely a convergence between shareholders and other stakeholders, and what we're really seeing is success from all fronts where we combine financial discipline, excellence in operation, and we align that right next to our values-based decisions.
The reason that ESG has become increasingly important is because investors are starting to say, we care deeply about these other issues beyond just the financial return. What are the impacts that this company has? How do they treat their employees? What do they really care about? Do they have a purpose beyond just delivering value, financial value for shareholders?
And as we think about our 2030 and 2050 targets, we wanted to be a sector leader. And the best way for us to do this was take an outsized position and indicate to the global community what we were willing to do. So we have invested $500 million to advance those goals. And our objective is to be leading in the sector and showing others how to follow and indicate different ways that we can come up with the technologies and the mechanisms by which to achieve our goals and the types of projects we will design to achieve those goals. The reception from investors has been quite special. They've really recognized the way we have aligned ourselves with these targets. So they're asking a lot of questions about the specific types of projects.
We know that we need to change the source of our energy input, moving away from coal and into renewables. Well, that requires investment to be able to accomplish that. In addition, we also recognized that we needed to find a different way of powering our vehicles and our fleets around the world, and that required some investment in research and development. So we reached out to our partner, Caterpillar, and identified a project with an aggressive time schedule so we could help not only to achieve it for ourselves, but to drive the availability of these kinds of vehicles for the industry so that the entire industry would be able to benefit. We saw an opportunity not just to align our operations and our practices at site, but also the way we go about funding those operations. For the last 17 years, we've been doing an annual sustainability report. In addition to that, last year, for the first time, we issued a climate strategy report. And this year, we'll also be issuing a report focusing on our tax payments. So the intention is to try to provide as much information to the full suite of interested stakeholders in how we perform our work and the impacts of our performance.
One of the things we're really starting to see is much greater interest from investors and other stakeholders, including NGOs and host communities, in terms of transparency around reporting.
What you're starting to see is an appreciation by many mining companies of the importance of keeping all of their stakeholders apprised of the way in which they do that work. Having said that, I think the way in which Newmont does it is more transparent, not only than most mining companies, but we are ranked the second most transparent reporter in the S&P 500.